The video ain't really the issue. The video being posted up on social media is the issue. If someone would have sent her that video privately, she and I would have had one conversation about it and it would have been over.
It just put a lot of back and forth, a lot more strain on just what we had going on. Afraid of that, and it did put some strain on our relationship. If you see, and we was about to divorce here and there and breaking up here and there.
Tiny is breaking down after King Harris dropped a bombshell, exposing that his own father, T.I., was allegedly caught up in a cheating scandal with none other than Shekinah. But what truly pushed Tiny past her limit wasn't just the betrayal, it was the years of hidden tension that had been quietly boiling beneath the surface, and what came next. It changed everything fans thought they knew about the Harris family. Long before King's shocking revelation, this storm had been building for years. Tiny and Shekinah were once inseparable, so close that their sister-like bond landed them AVH1 spinoff, Tiny and Shekinah's We've Tripped, following the success of T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle. Audiences adored their chemistry, and together they were reality TV gold. But behind the laughter and screen smiles, things were far from perfect. T.I. and Shekinah never really clicked. Their tension spilled onto social media, and at one point, T.I. even snapped publicly at her. Still, Shekinah refused to respond. Out of loyalty to Tiny, she put it best in an old interview: "He's her husband, that's my friend. I have no reason to disrespect him. Who cares if we like each other or not? I care about my friend."
He don't like me. I don't have anything against him, but he don't like me.
I know that.
Really? But I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy for my friend. He make her happy. It doesn't matter if he like me, I like him. Who cares? At the end of the day, he is a great husband and a great provider for this young lady, so all the rest of it really doesn't matter to me.
Even so, Shekinah always stood up for Tiny's marriage in public. She would proudly tell anyone listening that T.I. was head over heels for his wife, that no matter what people said, he adored her. In her words, all those rumors about T.I. entertaining other women were nothing but desperate groupies chasing a man who was already taken. But, as we all know, words don't always match reality. Not long after, Tiny herself confirmed what fans had long suspected. She revealed she'd moved into her own house after discovering that T.I. had cheated. And not just with anyone, but with a woman Tiny had personally hired. That moment was the first real crack the public ever saw in their marriage. Tiny didn't sugarcoat it either. She said plainly, "For those who don't understand, Tip had some infidelities with a girl I hired, and that girl is one of the reasons I got my own house."
For those who don't understand, Tip had some infidelities with a girl who I hired, and that girl is one of the reasons why I got my own house.
That revelation hit fans hard, not just because T.I. had cheated, but because it happened within Tiny's own inner circle. And that's when Shekinah's name quietly started resurfacing. After all, if T.I. had already crossed that line once, what would stop him from doing it again, especially with someone Tiny trusted the most? When Tiny publicly admitted that T.I. had stepped out with a woman she'd hired, the internet was ruthless. Comment sections lit up with harsh criticism. People dragged her for staying, accusing her of lacking self-respect. One viral comment read, "Yikes! T.I. is still out here cheating on Tiny. Why do women stay with men who cheat? It's the dumbest thing ever. No excuse for it." But Tiny wasn't about to let strangers on the internet define her marriage. She clapped back, explaining that being in the spotlight came with unique challenges. She said, "It's not like I'm okay with cheating, but in this industry, it's tough to keep it perfect. If it's workable, if there's still love there, then that's what we should fight for." In other words, Tiny made it clear she still loved her husband and was willing to fight for their relationship, even through the pain. But T.I. wasn't making it easy. When a video surfaced of him playfully smacking another woman's backside during a show, Tiny had clearly reached her limit. Appearing on Candy Coated Nights, she admitted she started entertaining Floyd Mayweather just to feel seen. As Tiny put it, everybody needs a little attention, especially when she ain't getting it. If you're not giving it, she's gonna get it somewhere else.
You know, everyone needs a little something attention, especially when she ain't getting it. If you ain't giving it, she's gonna go what? Get it somewhere else.
Later on, Tiny made it clear that her connection with Floyd wasn't an affair. There was no physical cheating involved. But she also didn't deny that Mayweather gave her the kind of attention her husband had stopped giving, and that alone was enough to spark a scandal of its own.
I think I didn't really cheat. Didn't have any, you know what I'm saying, no.
Okay, so he flirted with you.
Yeah.
But the rumors didn't stop there. They only got louder. Around 2017, T.I. was linked to Instagram model Bernice Burgos. And that's when things took an even darker turn with SHEKINAH. In a tearful livestream, Shekinah revealed that Tiny had actually pressured her to confront Bernice, even claiming that Tiny and another person threatened to buy out her name if she refused. Through tears, she said that was a setup by both of them. They were friends. They did that on purpose. That moment hit different because it showed Tiny wasn't always the victim in T.I.'s chaos. Sometimes she played a role in it too. And after that, Shekinah stopped holding back. But that was just the setup. The real bombshell came from someone no one saw coming, their own son, King Harris. Now, this is where things got messy. King had already made headlines for his wild antics, blunt opinions on relationships, and online arguments with his parents. But this time, he crossed a line that shook the entire family. Unconfirmed whispers began spreading, claiming Shekinah wasn't just a family friend, but part of the cheating drama involving his dad. King's comments cut through years of denial and polished statements Tiny had made to keep their family image clean for Tiny. Hearing her own son drag Shekinah's name into the cheating mess felt like reliving every betrayal at once. The woman she once called her sister was now being accused by her own child of crossing a line with her husband. And if you remember, the tension between T.I. and Shekinah had always been there. Shekinah once shared that T.I. disrespected her, even calling her the help in front of a plane full of people. She recalled through tears, "Do you know this light-skinned man walked up on me while I was already seated and said, 'How did the help make it to first class?'" According to her, it wasn't the first time. She'd been enduring that treatment for years. So when King mentioned Shekinah in connection to his father, people started wondering, had that long-standing tension been covering up something much bigger? After King's explosive comments and years of public humiliation, Tiny finally hit her breaking point. She had stayed silent through the cheating, the disrespect, and even the betrayal rumors. But once her own son aired the family's secrets for the world to see, there was no turning back. That's when Tiny reminded everyone she wasn't just the quiet wife in the background. She was powerful too, and she knew how to use that power. Her connection with Floyd Mayweather had been hanging over her marriage for years. Things got so heated that back in 2014, T.I. and Mayweather actually got into a full-on brawl after Floyd was spotted with Tiny. Music Floyd didn't make things any easier. At one point, he even shouted publicly that he had been with Tiny, though he later tried to walk those words back. For Tiny, getting close to Floyd wasn't just about revenge. It was about reclaiming her dignity. After standing by a man who had embarrassed her time and time again, being linked to one of the most powerful and wealthy boxers in the world was her way of taking the power back, of reminding everyone that she wasn't the one to be pitied. But here's the twist: instead of healing the marriage, it only fueled more chaos inside the Harris household. Fans instantly took sides. Some defended Tiny, saying she had every right to seek attention elsewhere after everything she had endured. Others accused her of being just as messy as the man she was calling out. And through all that noise, Shekinah's name still lingered in the background. Because if she truly had crossed a line with T.I., then Tiny's connection with Floyd might have been her way of sending a message that she, too, could play the game. This was Tiny's breaking point and her Floyd Mayweather power move, but just when everyone thought the cheating scandals and Mayweather drama were as bad as it could get, things took an even darker turn. the headlines shifted from gossip to something far more serious. By 2021, multiple women came forward with shocking allegations against T.I. and Tiny, claims that accused the couple of misconduct and abuse.
T.I. and his wife, Tamika Tiny Harris, have been accused of women, but they say it's not true.
The allegations that surfaced were nothing short of shocking, painting a disturbingly dark picture of T.I. and Tiny's lifestyle behind closed doors. Both of them came forward to deny the claims, but by that point, the damage had already been done. Endorsements were pulled. TV projects were suddenly on pause, and just like that, the couple who once embodied hip-hop royalty were now being viewed not as messy or controversial, but as dangerous. Even their reality show, T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle, which was supposed to showcase a loving, tight-knit family, only ended up exposing their cracks even more. Arguments started spilling into the public eye. King's name kept popping up in the headlines for all the wrong reasons: wild behavior, clashes with his parents, and viral meltdowns that made people question the family's image altogether. Fans began to say out loud what others were already thinking. Maybe this wasn't a power couple anymore, but a toxic household in the spotlight. And right when you'd think things couldn't get worse, Shekinah came storming back into the picture. After years of tension, she went live on Instagram and threw Tiny straight under the bus, claiming that Tiny not only knew about some of the women making allegations, but had even asked her to help recruit. That moment reignited the fire all over again, and this time, the fallout wasn't just gossip. It was personal, explosive, and public all at once.
They go ask her why she ain't tell her she didn't get. And she women empowerment. Why she didn't tell y'all that she done had some of that? Why she didn't tell y'all? She talking about all the rest of these folks running around here. Why she didn't tell y'all she been?
And the sad part is Tiny tried to save face. No matter what they did, renewing vows, sitting down for family interviews, brushing off the headlines, the damage was already done. Tiny's tears carried more than heartbreak. They carried the shame of a wife disrespected, the sting of a friend's betrayal, and the pain of watching her own child twist the knife. The Harris family wasn't just broken behind closed doors. Their downfall unfolded in front of millions, turning into one of hip-hop's darkest soap operas. And while the headlines may fade, the internet doesn't forget. Every scandal, every betrayal, every viral clip, it's all part of a legacy that's been rewritten in real time. So if you thought this story was messy, just wait, because the Harris family drama? It's far from over. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more exclusive deep dives and wild stories coming your way.